the entrance of our graduates. Good evening and welcome to the 2022 commencement exercises for Martinsburg High School. Would our Lady Corps please come forward? Please remain standing for the presentation of the colors by our Air Force Junior ROTC Color Guard, followed by the national anthem, and remain standing for the posting of the colors. Please be seated. I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce those who are on the stage with me this evening. Please stand and be recognized as I call your name. Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Patrick Murphy. Our board president, Dr. Darren Gilpin. Board members, Mr. Todd Beckwith, Ms. Jackie Long, Mr. Michael Martin, and Mr. Pat Murphy. MHS instructor in calling our names tonight, Mr. Mark Burkhart. Assistant principal handing out diplomas, Shelby Glover. Our president for the senior class, Kaylee Jaston. President of the National Honor Society, Laya Chinnaru. President of our student council, Grace Martin. And our class treasurer, Kendall Holben. Please welcome Senior Class President Kaylee Jaston to the podium.
First of all, I would like to thank everyone who has made this day possible. Thank you, teachers, administrators, staff, parents, and friends, and of course, my fellow classmates of 2022. My name is Kaylee Jaston, your senior class president, and it is an honor for me to be speaking in front of you today. To be honest, when I was writing this speech, I put it off. Not because I'm afraid to cry in front of you all, or because I'm a natural procrastinator, which I'm sure we can all relate, but because I could not believe that this day has finally come. The day that we have to say goodbye to the last 4 years spent here at Martinsburg High School. We're all guilty of counting down our last days, but as you sit here and look at the people around you, you start to realize that, man, this was not so bad. We got through a pandemic together. We made it through online classes, the fear of not knowing if things will ever be normal again. We made it through the mask, the temperature checks. Guys, we made it through a toilet paper shortage. If it has taught us anything, I hope that you guys know how strong you are and that we will make it through absolutely anything. COVID affected us all in many ways, but on the positive side, it was a chance for everyone to slow down, think differently than they had before, be creative, and hold your loved ones close. I am grateful for the opportunity to really get to know my family. They're pretty cool people. Tonight, as we are transitioning into leading somewhat more normal lives, we have one common purpose, and that is to celebrate. We are here to congratulate, to look towards what the future holds for us, to wish each other well, and to most importantly, look back at our time spent here. So I'd like to start by saying well done to my fellow graduates who have worked so hard to get to this moment. We have now accomplished one of the first early major milestones of our lives, high school graduation. This is a major step in the journey of our lives, one that should be recognized for its immense significance. It is an act not only of personal commitment, but one of pride. We worked so hard to get to this day, and our work did not go in vain. The last few months of high school have been so crazy. So many emotions are flying around that you can't tell the difference between excitement, nerves, or grief. Nobody wants to say it, but we're all thinking about our last, or if we'll ever see that person again after graduation. We're now realizing that the family has been created after these long 13 years of school, scrambling to make amends, reconnect, and make new connections. It's all we've ever known, and it's all we're ever going to know. Now we're expected to create a whole new life for ourselves for the first time, which is exciting but scary. We're clutching on to endless laughter with old friends, the late night talks, dinner dates with the girls, and every last moment that seems familiar. In 3 short months, we're expected to look back and say that this is the past. The past. This summer, I'll ask one thing of all of you, to do the thing that scares you the most and that might drive you absolutely insane. Make mistakes, be crazy and reckless, and live. This is your last chance to be a teenager, so hold on to that as long as possible. But graduation is not an end goal in itself. It is instead a part of a larger journey of life. Wherever your future takes you, let it take you somewhere. Life is a journey, and all accomplishments we achieve during this course should be taken as starting points for further achievements. Denzel Washington said, "Every failed experiment is one step closer to success." Don't be afraid to fail. Our graduation should serve as a launching point, projecting us to wherever our lives are meant to take us. Wherever we land ourselves whether we land ourselves a career, take up trade, or continue our education at college, vocational school, or technical school. Today we say goodbye to everything that was familiar, everything that was comfortable. We're moving on, but not just because we're leaving, and that hurts, but there's some people who are so much a part of us that they'll be a part of our lives forever, no matter what. I know it feels like we're saying goodbye, but we'll still carry on a piece of each other and to everything that we do next to remind us of who we are and who we're meant to be. Know who you are, be happy. You're not always going to know which path to choose, and that's okay. Be true to yourself. The road to success is always under construction, just like I-81. Congratulations, class of 2022. We made it. Please welcome Student Council President Grace Martin to the podium.
Hello, everyone, and good evening. My name is Grace Martin, as Kaylee just said. I'm our Student Council President, and I am very excited to be able to speak not only to my peers who I've known for so long, but to all of your friends and family who came tonight. Trying to figure out what I wanted to talk about today was very difficult. I was given at most 5 minutes, but please know I'm aiming for like 3 or less. I know we want to get out of here. To say my last words to the entirety of my class before we graduate. So was it ever really supposed to be an easy task? I tried and failed to write something memorable for weeks. However, within the last month, I was part of a class discussion that inspired me. The discussion had to do with how we value intelligence culturally. Some cultures have abilities and skills that other cultures do not value as much. For example, if you were to place our class in a desert, I don't think any of us would know how to find water. However, an individual who may frequent that area or be part of a nearby community may have that knowledge. The fact that we don't know how to find water under that circumstance is not a reflection of our intelligence or, better yet, our capabilities. We only value different abilities that are determined by our community and circumstances. This conversation led me to consider how this plays into everyday life and how we can apply this to our futures. As we expand our circles and meet many new people, we are likely to experience some sort of imposter syndrome, or the feeling as if we do not belong. Many people have qualifications or skills that we possibly do not have or have yet to acquire, which will leave us to question our capabilities or intelligence. If you are anything like me, and no offense to our math teachers, or any of you that are interested in pursuing a career that requires a strong math background, then you probably have no interest in learning calculus. However, we will learn and acquire other knowledge and abilities. Some may learn to install a new kitchen, put a roof on a house, or drive a forklift. However, the person who becomes an expert in math will most likely never spend the time learning a particular skill those of us not studying math may acquire. This is because we value different knowledge, but it doesn't make either of us more capable or intelligent than the other. These days, STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and math, is overwhelmingly prioritized by Americans and other countries around the globe. And while most everyone would agree it's very important and will continue to be important in the future, it doesn't and shouldn't diminish the importance of other subjects, topics, or skills. The knowledge and skills we are well versed in and continue to gain will be used in the field we pursue, whether that is STEM, history, English, musical theater, or a military or vocational career. Therefore, all of it is important. Regardless of whether you continue on to college, join the military, or do whatever it is you decide to do, you will gain knowledge that others will not possess, that someone doesn't have. So no matter what someone else may think of what you decide to pursue, it doesn't mean that you should abandon it or think less of yourself. In the end, we are all highly capable individuals. So whether you decide to master physics, start a blog, defend our country, or learn how to make a tasty casserole, there will always be value in what you do and what you know. In the end, we all make the world go round, so whatever your capabilities or whatever knowledge you possess, it will undoubtedly play an important role in your and others' day-to-day lives. So go out and pursue you. I'd like to thank Mr. Gallagher because it was in his class, my third period, where we had that discussion. There were maybe 4 of us in class that day when we had that discussion that inspired my speech, so thank you. And I'd like to thank all of our administration and staff because you all are the reason that we're here today, and we all are thankful for you, even if we struggle to show it sometimes. I urge you to, I know all of us probably have one teacher or a few teachers or faculty members that really made your high school experience, and I know who mine are. So I urge you before you leave tonight to go and thank who that is. And I'd like to thank all of you and your parents and your family and friends for being here. I would not want to graduate with any other group of people. I love you all, and I could not imagine growing up with anybody else. So, thank you. Okay, so now I'd like to thank our National Honor Society, or not thank, introduce you to our National Honor Society President, Ms. Laya Chenaru.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As we celebrate this momentous occasion tonight on Coburn Field, I would like you all to take a retrospective look at the past 4 years. My fellow graduates, it seems as though it was yesterday that the years of high school loomed before us. Today, as we stand on the precipice of our futures, we can finally say we made it. However, we are bound to face new challenges as we continue our journeys into adulthood, so I have one piece of advice for you. Make life your bucket list. I am positive that each of you had things you hoped to experience as you entered high school for the first time, some semblance of a bucket list. Some of you may have aspired to letter in your designated sport. Some of you may have wanted to attend your first football game. Some of you may have counted the days until you acquired your driver's license. Somewhere along the way, these experiences became lasting memories, a culmination of achievements, friendships, and milestones you will carry throughout your life. Whether or not you succeeded in your personal aspirations, you have grown in the face of adversity and determination from your former selves. As a graduating class, we have made it to states in several sports, surpassed expectations within the arts department, and given back to the community through various service organizations. Not only that, we made it a point to win every pep rally without fail. Just as we, as a class, have accumulated all of these experiences, I'm confident each of you will continue to add to your own bucket list. Like many of our teachers, guardians, and mentors have said, the future is filled with endless possibilities. I encourage you to seize these new opportunities and extend beyond your comfort zone. Take that skydiving lesson, learn how to play a new instrument, travel the world, or even sing karaoke in a room full of strangers. Create a bucket list of ambition. Some of you may pursue higher education, some of you a sports career. Others of you may not have any idea at this moment. None of us have the same to-do list in life. Whatever you do it with purpose. Your bucket list is a dynamic list, full of potential experiences waiting to be had, and a list that will continue to grow as you discover new passions. Learn from your bucket list and learn from these passions. Maybe learning how to snowboard teaches you to take risks. Maybe traveling to a different country teaches you to give you a new perspective on the world. Maybe that public speaking class teaches you to overcome your fears. Ultimately, there is no shortage of knowledge to be consumed in this world. As you begin this new chapter in your life, you are bound to meet a plethora of new people whose personal journeys differ from yours. Down the road, their bucket may carry a large family while you choose to pursue medical school. Nevertheless, you will continue to learn from those around you, taking with you an appreciation for the individuality of others. You have the power to seek out these new opportunities. You have the power to define your successes and failures. You have the power to create a life that reflects your values. And I hope that as you walk across the stage tonight, you take the first steps to attain that life. Class of 2022, though we will all disperse within the next few months, our graduation from Martinsburg High School will be yet another accomplishment we always share. To my peers, I am grateful for each of the memories we've made and wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. Congratulations, Bulldogs. We did it. Thank you. Please welcome our class treasurer, Kendall Holben, who will present our class gift to Mr. Sherman on behalf of the class of 2022.
On February 6, 2022, the community of Martinsburg High School was forever changed when a horrible accident took the life of one of our own. Osman Barahona, also known as Ozzy, was a member of our 2022 graduating class. Ozzy was loved by everyone who knew him and touched the lives of all he met. Teachers and students alike recall all of the fond memories they have with Ozzy, like the way his smile would brighten any room he walked into. The students, faculty, and alumni and his fellow graduating class that had the pleasure of knowing Ozzy will always hold a special place in their hearts for him. On behalf of the senior class of 2022, we would like to make a monetary donation to the Martinsburg High School Special Education Department in memory of our dear friend and fellow graduate Ozzy.
Well, good evening, folks. Dr. Murphy, Dr. Gilpin, board members, teachers, students, parents, and guardians. Good evening and welcome to the 144th graduating class of Martinsburg High School. It's amazing to say that. Very few principals across this country can stand before a graduating class that was preceded by 143 years of graduating seniors. Martinsburg High School has a rich history. I'm sure there are many of you here tonight who graduated from Martinsburg High School. Tonight, our graduates enter a prestigious group of people who've had a massive impact on this community and the world around them. Every year, I take this opportunity to recognize two groups of people who've been instrumental in the lives of our graduates. Parents, grandparents, and guardians, please stand and be recognized. Thank you for the dedication and commitment that you have shown to your student in getting them to this milestone. Faculty and staff, please stand and be recognized. It's been a tough year, and I thank you for the resilience and resolve you've shown in helping these students achieve this goal. I would also like to say thank you to our graduation committee for their hard work in making sure we could hold this ceremony in such a beautiful setting. Class of 2022, I have a few thoughts to share with you tonight. One is the fact that your high school career has been unlike the high school career of most of the graduates from MHS in the past 143 years. Many of you missed a large chunk of your high school experience as we struggled to find normalcy through the pandemic. Those of you who did attend school last year had a unique experience compared to a normal year of walking the halls at MHS. Classes were different, sports were different, clubs were different, our musical groups were different, and relationships were different. Your high school career did not go exactly as you thought it would when you entered this building as a freshman. How did that impact you? How have you handled that adversity? The fact is, it did not go as planned, but I would say to you, that is life. Life never goes as planned. As you sit here in your seat tonight, I would venture to say that many of you have plans for how you see your life playing out. The college major you'll pursue, the job you're applying to, the plans to join the military. The one thing I can assure you of in this process is that your plans will change. I submit to you that even though your plans will most likely change, that's okay. The fact is, the destination that you are striving to get to is not the most important aspect of your life. The journey is far more important. The relationships you build, the experiences that you have will make up your life's work, not the destinations that you strive to obtain throughout this ride we call life. The message is simple. Enjoy the ride. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey. Take time to stop and smell the flowers, as you say. You sit here today as bright-eyed as and inspired 18-year-olds ready to conquer the world. But you'll blink your eyes and you'll be sitting in these stands. You'll be 30, 40, 50 years old with a family and a career, sorry guys, and responsibilities and worries that will try to distract you from enjoying the ride. Don't allow it. Whatever you've done in the past, whatever you do now, whatever you do in the future, will have an impact on someone. It's up to you to decide whether that impact will be positive or negative. I call your attention to our motto, the big banner that hangs outside our main office. Enter to learn, go forth to serve. That is my charge to you. Go forth and serve. Winston Churchill said, we make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. Class of 22, thank you for the memories. I've enjoyed watching you excel on the stage, on the field, in the community, in the classroom, and I know you'll continue to excel in whatever field you choose to follow. I love each and every one of you. I've told you that before, and I mean it. And every one of you, I desire to see you be the best person that you can be. You're all true Bulldogs, and MHS is your home. You will always be welcome at Martinsburg High School. One of the greatest rewards or accomplishments of an educator is to see former students years after you've had them in school and see them succeeding as spouses, parents, contributors to society. So please come back and share your success story with us. And if that success story hits a rocky patch, remember, we're always here to help. I leave you with the quote I've left all the previous classes I've spoken to before, because I believe it embodies a life well lived. My best friend said, give away your life. You'll find it your life given back, but not merely given back with bonus and blessing. Giving, not getting, is the way. Generosity produces generosity. Thank you for all you've given to Martinsburg High School. God bless you, and go Bulldogs. We will now proceed with the presentation of diplomas. Announcing the names is Mr. Mark Burkhart. Conferring our diplomas today will be Ms. Glover. Seniors, please stand. It is my pleasure to present the class of 2022 from Martinsburg High School.
All right, friends, family, well-wishers, and most importantly, seniors, let's do this. Bradley Dow Duckworth II. Sean Keith Ferguson. Aaron Everett Alger. Ella Marie Hensel, summa cum laude. Madison Nicole Brinegar, summa cum laude. Shelby Renee Henson, summa cum laude. Jaron Atkins, summa cum laude. Olivia Ryan Harmon, summa cum laude. Kimberly Page Bell, summa cum laude. Gabriella Marie Surgent, summa cum laude. Cyril Onel Gasa Gacum, summa cum laude. Hold up, let me take a selfie. Or excuse me, an Ussie. Falcon Elizabeth Mercedes Lee Yancey, summa cum laude. Alexander Eric Adams. Jaden Lachey Adams. Ethan Tyler Albright. Jocelyn Eugenia Alvarado, summa cum laude. Isaac Naftali Amaya Vasquez. Gabrielle Rose Anderson. Angela Josephine Arias. Matthew Eric Asanovich, magna cum laude. Stephen Jason Atkins. Meredith Ann Ballard, summa cum laude. Daniel Robert Balsavage, summa cum laude. Hayden Thomas Banks, summa cum laude. Ethan Barahona, summa cum laude. Osman Joel Barahona. Francisco Javier Baradas, summa cum laude. Jacob Joshua Eugene Barrick, cum laude. Sheldon Lee Bartley. Bella Damasi Baldina Ray, summa cum laude. Bradley Eric Benedict. Zachary Allen Benedict. Hezekiah Crum Benner III. Logan Dennis Bennett, cum laude. Shelby Gaudia Bernard, summa cum laude. Avery Joy Bishop. Skylar Ann Bittner. Akuya Kisiwa Boite, summa cum laude. Deborah Lois Boito, summa cum laude. Deborah, excuse me. Deborah Lois Boito, summa cum laude. Sorry. Chance Everett Bulware, cum laude. Sky Marie Bowie. Zachary Joseph Boyd. Sherrod Brooks. Ivana Brown. Dominique Sierra Brown. Heath Colton Burtis, cum laude. Amiri Monet Burton, summa cum laude. Jonas William Burton, magna cum laude. Lane Ashley Butteriff, magna cum laude. Yuki Cabrera, summa cum laude. Messiah Mackay Callahan. Jewel Renee Carden, magna cum laude. Brianna Kaysen, magna cum laude. Sophia Gabrielle Catalano. Alex Taka Catlett, summa cum laude. Nathan Anthony Cheney. Xavier Matthew Chestnut. Kyra Elizabeth Christian. Nevaeh Shamir Christian, summa cum laude. Rashawn Lloyd Christopher, magna cum laude. Troy Evan Church, cum laude. Hudson Edward Clement, magna cum laude. Ethan Michael Clowen, cum laude. Alexander Cole, summa cum laude. Kaya Leanne Collins, summa cum laude. Cameron Zachary Kaminsky, cum laude. Shamar Javon Kuhn. Seth Quintel Lynn Cooper. Angelina Isabella Coravelli. Giancarlos Cato Santana, cum laude. Aiden Kreider, summa cum laude. Thomas Criswell, cum laude. Brittany Alexis Crow, cum laude. Khalil Malik Crutchfield. Angel Cruz. Amanda Ann Davis. Dale Joseph Davis. Ellie Regina Shea Davis, cum laude. Dustin Wayne DeHaven, magna cum laude. Maya Christian Dempster, magna cum laude. Ivy J. Denny. Christopher James Dennis, magna cum laude. Kamaya Sky Denson, magna cum laude. Antonio Diaz Perez, summa cum laude. Austin Michael Deal. Destiny Dillard. Spencer Severio DeMagno, summa cum laude. Austin Ray Domer. Kendall Wayne Ambrose Donovan. Shane Michael Donovan, magna cum laude. Kamarion Kento Akil Dow, summa cum laude. Caitlin Adele Dudley, magna cum laude. Samuel Edmund Duffy, summa cum laude. Danny Patrick Dollier III. John Edward Eardley Jr. Emily Nola Earhart, summa cum laude. Caleb Michael Edwards, summa cum laude. Emma Catherine Engel, summa cum laude. Ariana Romani Estremera. Cannon Flynn Evans, summa cum laude. Carly Ann Eversole, summa cum laude. Liana Nicole Faircloth. Abigail Mercedes Farley, magna cum laude. Molly Renee Feaster, magna cum laude. Sierra Janae Fuel, summa cum laude. Kayana Maya Lee Fields. Jonathan Alut Figueroa Perez. Iana Armia Fisher. Paris Michelle Fisher, cum laude. Aspen Gray Foster. Luke Michael Fowler, magna cum laude. Gracie Elizabeth Fox Ziegler. Caleb Kenneth French. Travis Centel Fry II. Yukari Furuichi Blanchard, summa cum laude. Isaiah Deshaun Gaither, magna cum laude. Lucas Wolf Getz. Maya Goy Smollett, summa cum laude. Josh Gomez. Christopher Ricardo Gonzalez. Jasmine Denise Gonzalez. Jasmine Love Gordon, cum laude. Emily Taylor Graham, magna cum laude. Marquise Isaiah Grantham. Elaine Caitlin Gray, magna cum laude. Kaylee Faith Gray, summa cum laude. Sequoia Rose Gray, magna cum laude. Brianna Alexis Diane Green, summa cum laude. Garrett Michael Green, summa cum laude. Michael Joseph Grail. Ian Thomas Gretz. Anthony Joseph Grooms. Trinity Nicole Grove. Cody Michael Gwynn. Kirsten Bailey Gunter. Walker Nicholas Hall, cum laude. Logan Matthew Hambrick, cum laude. Olivia Isabel Alonso Hampton, summa cum laude. Mackenzie Eileen Hannon, magna cum laude. Sarah Malin Harmon. Anissa Anne-Marie Harris. DeSanti Monet Harris, summa cum laude. Jaden Matthew Harvey. James Henson. Jason Alexander Hepner, summa cum laude. Serena Yasmin Hepner. Michaela Brooke Hersom, magna cum laude. Adrian Hoffman, cum laude. Jaleel Holmes. Jesse James Howard IV. Alicia Marie Jackson. Grace Elizabeth Jacobs, cum laude. Victor Jacob Santos. Marshall Andrew Jacoby, cum laude. Jeremy Josue Jimenez Castaneda. Asaya Ann Johnson. Gracie Sue Jones, cum laude. Jadalyn Marie Ferris Joseph, summa cum laude. Kojo Carl Agbe, cum laude. Kevin Tatcham Comgood Jr. Nicole Angel K, magna cum laude. Haley Elaine Keller. Jordan Elizabeth Kelso, summa cum laude. Luca Paul Kiefer, summa cum laude. Logan Hunter Kincaid. Theodore Kirby. Ayana Destiny Rain Kirkland. John Raymond Lamp. Allison Nicole Largent. Ellis Marvell Lowry. Kennedy Joelle Lee Nichols, magna cum laude. Ashley Lewis. Bryson Andrew Lewis, cum laude. Colin Avery Lewis. Jenna Michelle Lideker, cum laude. Jacob Scott Livingston. Christian Macias. Eamon Eric McKinnon, cum laude. Charles Allen Malott, summa cum laude. Madison Grace Malott, summa cum laude. Hunter Scott Mathis, cum laude. Kaylin Dominga Marin Morales, cum laude. Daniel Cole Markovitz, summa cum laude. Sophie Lynn Marple, summa cum laude. Haley Martin, magna cum laude. Michaela Renee Martinez. Aaron Isaiah Mason, magna cum laude. Olivia Grace Mayer, cum laude. Caitlin McKay McCune. Grace Marie McDavid. Dominic Salvatore Menifee. Reese Gavin Mercurio, magna cum laude. Avriella Ruth Merson, magna cum laude. Jordan Anthony Miklinick, summa cum laude. Matthew Jude Miller, summa cum laude. Nicholas Austin Miller. Asia Micaiah Mills. Christian Mills, summa cum laude. Alondra Esmeralda Molina Ferrafino, magna cum laude. Anna Grace Monson, summa cum laude. Skylar Renee Jean Mudispaw. Sergio Joaquin Moreno III. Isaiah Blake Morris, cum laude. Malcolm Moss. Aiden Michael Murphy, summa cum laude. Catherine Noggle, magna cum laude. Aiden Jimmy Nicholas, summa cum laude. Jonathan Scott, 9. Samantha Nicole Norris, summa cum laude. Colin Christopher O'Kelly, summa cum laude. Aurora Padilla Jimenez, summa cum laude. Charles Edward Paul, summa cum laude. Joseph Henry Paulson, summa cum laude. Jayla Perkins. Justin Tyler Petrie, magna cum laude. Rosemary Claire Pierpoli, summa cum laude. Charlotte Yvonne Pope, magna cum laude. Noah Logan Price, magna cum laude. Ian Patrick Purdy, cum laude. Nicholas Scott Queen, cum laude. Kayla Jade Ramus, magna cum laude. Selena Maria Reed Bautista. Malachi Lee Renzi. Rebecca Sarai Reyes. Morgan Mullane Ritt, summa cum laude. Austin Hunter Ritter. Brianna Elizabeth Rivera, cum laude. Kyle Matthew Roberts. Roberto Carlos Hernandez Roby. Angel Jade Rollins Isaguirre, magna cum laude. Cameron Page Root. Teari Quade Rosario. Giovanni Victor Rosati, cum laude. Ayana Jacqueline Rose. Andrew James Rotruck, cum laude. Braxton Roy Scott Runyon. Adrian Manuel Russ Taylor, cum laude. Margarita Salvador, summa cum laude. Braden Lee Schaffner. Jasmine Cassidy Schroeder. Darion Amia Scott. Madison Renee Scott, cum laude. Michael Patrick Scott. Jaden Isaiah Sheely. Brianna Marie Shiflett, magna cum laude. Paris Renee Shoemaker, summa cum laude. Brandon Thomas Simmons, magna cum laude. Briley Simmons. Amaya Faith Sims Montero. Christian David Slack, magna cum laude. Owen Douglas Slaughter, cum laude. Michaela Alexis Smith, magna cum laude. Tyler Gary Smith. Jordan Curtis Spencer, magna cum laude. Samantha Michelle Spiker. Kaysen Alex Stanley. Jalen Grace Steely, magna cum laude. Carter Reed Stingle, summa cum laude. Gavin Cole Stinger, summa cum laude. Amia Nicole Stevens. Jayla Rain Stevens. Trinity Nicole Stewart. Kevin Vince Stottlemyre III. James Roma Strickland Jr. Heavenly Stubbs. Brendan Nathaniel Stuckey. Jess Dalton Sutherland, summa cum laude. Nicholas John Sasbo, magna cum laude. Dylan Connor Tashwa, cum laude. Abigail Rose Taylor, summa cum laude. Jalen Renee Taylor. Shania Nicole Taylor, summa cum laude. Raphael Lorenzo Verne Taylor Parati, cum laude. Isis Amani Ray Thomas, magna cum laude. Jaden Cameron Thurston, cum laude. Veronica Titcha, summa cum laude. Taylor William Timbrook. Braxton Todd, summa cum laude. Jaden Devon Togans. Elias Yvonne Topkins, magna cum laude. David Joseph Triggs, cum laude. Christopher Anthony Twist, summa cum laude. Emily Grace Valls, summa cum laude. Leslie Vega Jimenez, summa cum laude. Natalie Nicole Velez, magna cum laude. Zenaida Anna Marie Villanueva. Kai Anthony Walker, cum laude. Gavin Michael Walsh, magna cum laude. Laura Marie Warner, cum laude. Kira Nicole Washington, summa cum laude. Haley Elizabeth Watson, summa cum laude. Ashley Elizabeth Watts. Damian Maddox Webster. Emilia Welch, summa cum laude. Marissa Elizabeth Welcher. Victoria Faith Wink. Hunter Alexander West, summa cum laude. Ayana Marzello Westbrook, summa cum laude. Damian Jason White, cum laude. Alexander John Whitler, summa cum laude. James Allen Wheats, cum laude. Sean Edison Wilt Jr. Navia Michelle Wint. Emma Jean Wise. Stephen Lee Douglas Wise. Cum laude. Octavius Worrell. Alyssa Marie Zachary, cum laude. Shirley Agnes Zonheiser, cum laude. Jonathan Zinkett. Jacob Savio Zittel, summa cum laude. Emily Dianora Zuniga Barrera, summa cum laude. Kaylee Nicole Jastin. Grace Elizabeth Martin, summa cum laude. Miss Jastin was summa cum laude too. Leah Reedy Cheneru, summa cum laude. Kendall Page Holben, summa cum laude. I'm sure Mr. Sherman has a few words. Congratulations, seniors. In the words of Jon Snow, your watch is over. Well done.
Congratulations, class of 2022. Please stand for the singing of our alma mater performed by Martinsburg High School Choir under the direction of Miss Katie Schramm. Dr. Murphy and Board of Education members, it is my honor and privilege to present to you the class of 2022 from Martinsburg High School. You can turn your tassel. Members of the audience, please remain standing as our graduates process out. They're going to head to the track, and once they get on the track, then you guys can come on the field and take all the pictures you want.